Big world of movies. Let's go to the movies. So, yeah, I have no idea. I am going to see if we can recruit some people that are interested in filmmaking to talk to us this evening. I kind of had a plan. I've got a plan for tomorrow. In fact, Olivia Ty is going to be on with us tomorrow, and then we're starting to fill up the weeks here with some interesting guests. I do have to apologize that I have been remiss in some of these broadcasts lately. I was on last night, and I have just how do you say it? I have been trying to work on a lot of other aspects of the little production company. Hi, now I have the song from Annie in my head. Hey, Steve, in Let's Go to the Movies. Is that a Annie song? It's a Hard Knock Life. Join us. Apocalypse Now behind us. Martin Sheen. And that Pan's Labyrinth one comes up a couple of times. I might have to take that one out. That one's kind of scary. I am definitely old enough. No, not really, to be part of the Brat Pack. But boy, that would be what an honor. That would be. I was alive during that film, though. And that one, actually. So what I am going to do is we are going to. Hey, there he is. We are going to. I think we're going to make a promo. North by Northwest, the transition between the old and the new. In that shot right there, the railroad versus the plane. Don't you forget about me. Hey, 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 don't you forget about me. Will you recognize me? Hey, the Car Hungers. Hello, Toronto. Toronto, hello. Welcome to Toronto. Did you guys move? I saw you were moving. Hey, there's some movie folks right there. They can come up. The Car Hungers can come up and talk movies anytime they want. Look at that. They probably worked on all these films, these fancy films. May the 4th be with you. And I do not have, come on, and I do not have, wow, how could I be that remiss, Car Hungers? I need an iconic Star Wars image. And let's find an iconic Star Wars image. Car Hungers, if you get one before me, let me know. You guys can come up too. You've been invited. Iconic Star Wars. Oh, my Star Wars stories. Let me tell you. Well, I mean, how does that one not iconic? That one's definitely iconic. You like my sound effects?
That's just a fabulous sound effect.
Oh, I am just having fun. I haven't even smoked the weed yet. Where did that image go? That image should be here.
Which image?
Oh, wait. Are you there? Hey!
Yeah, we're here.
We're ready to go.
Let's see. I got to figure out how to get. Oh, wait. I can get you in here. There we go. But then I got to move myself over for the green screen effect here.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on a second. Hello. Oh, no, don't move the picture.
You can make us smaller if you want.
I might be able to. That'd be nice. I think I'd have to do it through OBS. Like, how would I pull your image through?
Here. You've got the. Are you using a portable device or using the computer?
No, I'm using the computer. RM.
Okay, so you'll see there's the little layouts underneath us.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I was just thinking that the what I should do is bring everybody in through the computer and OBS once the RMTP thing or whatever is working, and then I can have control of your guys' image and everything. Let's see.
Well, that's true.
Control the vertical. You control
Control
the horizontal.
There, that makes you guys a little bigger.
Oh, I see.
Then we'd see
you're able
Jack
to
Nicklaus's
drag the
giant
windows
nose. Let's do it the other way. Hold on a second. Oh, now we do. Now we see. We only see one of you. Hang on.
Hey.
Well, we'll just go with.
If you do the two small ones with the one large one, put you in the large. He's just having way too much. That one. But you can reverse us if you want.
There you
There
go.
you go.
My don't you forget about me. Now I got to find that Luke Skywalker image I was just looking for. Hang on.
The one with him looking in the end of his lightsaber.
That's right. Yeah.
Like an idiot. It's like,
The one in the
lightsaber. Now
the
stand
one in
down
the X-wing fighter, but we can get another one too. Let's see. So it is May the 4th be with you. I should have made that the title. I wonder how many people got into animatronics and all of this stuff that you guys are into because of Star Wars.
It was a big influencer for me in particular. I think
Very
for
much
you
so,
as well,
yeah.
right?
yeah, very much
Between
so.
that and Doctor Who, actually.
Ooh,
And it was
Doctor Who.
different. It was Doctor Who do it on the cheap, the typical BBC, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
How little money can you spend?
Well,
I mean,
When
I
you think of
have
it-
one of those. I have one of those Daleks. It's my trash can. You know,
Nice.
that would be cool though. Actually, they probably made those at some point. Dalek trash cans.
Well,
Um,
this is one of the things we were saying on our broadcast, which we just finished and decided to come over to you.
oh, nice.
Back then, they took existing guns and stuff and made them into the prop weapons. This is the kind of thing we don't do now. A
Right.
lot of the more modern stuff, because this is Leia's Luger. All they did was
Oh,
add some of the. It's our prop version of it, but it doesn't fire actual. But to an officer, that looks like a real weapon.
12
Whereas
actors,
that's an
3 props, and 4
there's
writers.
an episode
Welcome to the
1
BBC.
pistol. This is obviously, a campy kind of almost Buck Rogers like.
Ray gun.
I
So,
have a
in the
lighter like that for my
1970s
grill.
Yeah, in the 1970s, this was acceptable,
Sure.
and then at some point, it became less and less acceptable to make weapons look real, and that's where all your little campy stuff started coming in. So it was a very different world back then, a very, very different world back then. And as prop makers, we struggle with it all the time. It looks like we might be teaching a small course on prop making at one of the local colleges. It's only 1 day a week because they're also doing all these other classes the rest of the week. But
Yeah. What?
one of the things they said is we're not allowed to make weapons.
Oh, interesting. Huh. Like
The students aren't allowed.
How do you make? How is the physical prop surviving in the green screen and actually the LED screen area now? Apparently,
It's actually still huge because the actors do need something to physically interact with.
Mhm.
We did work on a film about 5 years ago in BC. It was I think it was called Big Friendly Giant. It was basically all the sets, all the props were CG. And the actors were live, right? And then, of course, the main character, the giant, was CG as well. But they had us build a whole bunch of proxy props, which were basically a block that was the shape and size of the real prop. So the actors had something to hold on to. And really, looking at the final product, it wasn't convincing enough.
Yeah.
So having actual hand prop for an actor to work with and emote off of, and to not have to do so much post production for every single frame that's going on around that actor is it's still by far it's a better way to do it.
Yeah.
And
I was
Harold's
just
right. How many?
I was just reading
astronauts
about
dropped
these
in.
LED what are they calling them? LED walls. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Well,
did you
that's
I think you've seen it, but let's see here. Where's my OBS? Because this is I'm rather proud of this little accomplishment, so I like to show it off here. Okay. Somebody's dinging me. Let's see. Where is that?
the LED wall was used very extensively in The Mandalorian. Like all of those.
Yeah, that's
epic
yeah. Those are like
location shots were all done in the studio, and it was live because it was projected, or not projected, but actually like
Created
back
behind
screen
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
behind him. So
yeah, it's pretty wild actually. Where is that?
And there's also a lot of us aren't threatened because we're also geeks. Like not every prop maker is a geek, but people like Martin and I, we build for ourselves as well as productions, and we're grateful for that because the whole concept of cosplay just gets bigger and bigger every year, and
Oh sure.
not everyone makes every part of their own
Then
costume.
you got the furries.
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah, furries and,
The you see my green wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With my Roscoe video paint.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Chroma key
Yeah.
green.
I mean, $35 for a quart versus if I wanted a green screen that is, what is this thing? Must be 10 by 10 probably. What that would have cost me for this bedroom corner that I'm in would have been crazy. So yeah, this is great. Moving picture company technology developer Magnopus and the game engine software Unity to develop a new virtual camera system that allowed him to film scenes in virtual reality. Wow. Jedi Senshi.
Yes.
This must be
Jedi
someone coming
Senshi-
over from your folks.
Yes, Jedi Senshi is an old friend of ours, and from way back when Martin and I used to run a whole Star Trek bridge setup, and she was one of our most dedicated volunteers. And
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
her lack of height never stopped her from being able to set things up with the rest of us and just run around and get it all done. So she's a very long time friend and
Yep.
a very incredible lady.
Well, that's what happens when you're a Jedi.
That's
You
right.
can do whatever you want.
That's right.
North by Northwest. Cary Grant. Yeah, that scene is iconic because it's the division between the new age and the old age, the railroad and the airplane. It is a hell of a scene. Let's get my green screen out of here.
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Yeah, these are just from the recent grabs from the 100 best films of all time. And I actually only grabbed color images kind of intentionally to talk about a little bit, and this would be interesting with you guys because you've been doing this for so long. That must be Rauschman or Rand. I can't watch like North by Northwest. I probably could watch, but Rear Window, Notorious, any of these older black and white movies, especially, it's not because they're black and white. I think anything. It's honestly, it's pretty difficult for me to watch anything that was made prior to Twin Peaks these days, because the non-linear nature of today's filmmaking and the pacing and the shots are so much quicker and everything. I can't stand watching an old movie anymore. I mean, I went to film school. I was weaned on these movies, and I'm like, why are we in that shot for that long? Why are we still in that shot for that long? Like, oh, we're still going to be in that shot. Get out of that shot. So the pacing and everything, it's just hard for me to sit there and watch. And it really bothers me that my brain has been rewired to an extent to not be able to watch. Like, I should watch Apocalypse Now and see, if I can watch that still.
Well, we had someone on our broadcast the other day who felt that Wonder Woman 1984 was too long, and I'm like, no, it wasn't too long. It was, it was a healthy length for the story they had to tell, and we
Mhm.
also have to keep in mind it was released to our TV screens. So if you need to go to the washroom, just pause and go to the washroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Well, and that's very true. I mean, I remember about 10 years ago, they were talking about, oh, this could even been 20 years ago when The Matrix was coming out.
yeah,
But they said eventually films will be released in DVD and at the theater at the same time. Of course, they didn't know anything about online, viewing of movies at that point. And it really took the pandemic to kind of push it. But we are there now where you don't have DVDs anymore, but you'll see a film being released in the theaters and on Netflix or something in the same day. Let's see. It's iconic because of Cary Grant's acting. Well, I mean, Jesus, Cary Grant's stud muffin of the century. Twist and Shout. Oh yeah, I really like Ferris Bueller. That's a good movie. Oh,
It is.
yeah.
I want to date Cary Grant, but living Cary Grant. Yeah, the dead one would not be fun. On the other hand, how many astronauts, doctors, and engineers came from Star Trek? Yeah. Oh, the Star Trek versus Star Wars debate. Yes.
Oh.
We didn't have one of those shows.
I think that was our friend,
That was
our other
Harold.
friend Harold.
Yeah.
Mentioning it.
Yeah.
He's across the board. He's a big fan of all of it. So
Of both of it, yeah. So
Well, I
same
mean,
with us.
canon versus non-canon, right? I mean, whose universe is J.J. Abrams anyway? You know what I mean? We could go all day on that stuff, which we should.
Yeah,
we should have like a round table of the geekiest film geeks ever. The Car Hungers would, of course, lead such a round
would be
table.
awesome. We would love to do that.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah, it's
that.
been great. We've
A Friday
We're good
night.
outfits all day. It's great.
Why don't you get your friends? Let's find as many nerds. I've made some Hollywood connections too. And what can we have? 8 people at a time. So, let's get 7, geeky nerds, and that'll be all 8 people on the planet that'll want to watch that video. And let's talk about it. That would be a lot of fun. And we don't have to keep you guys tiny here. Everybody's seen these pictures. That's 12 Years a Slave over there. And in fact, I have no idea how to say that marvelous gentleman's name in 12 Years a Slave, but his sister is an American broadcaster, Nigerian, that is friends with me now, who lives in Nigeria. So it's actually pretty cool. And yes, I just got a complaint from the Peanut Gallery. There he is, Mark Hamill in the back. I watched because one of the scenes was mentioned on one of my favorite TV series. Oh, Snyder's Justice League is 4 hours. Yeah, I wonder. Movies used to have intermissions, so you could take your bio break. Get some more popcorn. What was the Fourth Be With You event like today? How was? I mean, it's Star Wars
weird.
as we know it is made its full arc.
Well, we're used to it, like May the 4th or the closest Saturday to it is traditionally Free Comic Book Day. And that's where a lot of comic book distributors will send out to the comic shops giveaways that are only available on that day. And the bigger comic shops have got to say, okay, only 2 to everyone. You can't take more. Smaller comic shops, you can only walk in and pick up like 5, 10. And we're used to doing Star Wars stuff at Comic Book Day. But because, of course, COVID and everything's locked down and comic stores are not considered essential, which I think is wrong. I think they are.
They should be.
Comic shops are essential, man.
I believe
they're
that,
all
yes.
closed. So today we changed the batteries in all our props and got the, check this out, 1979. This sucker hasn't worked in years, and it's the 1979 toy. It's the Han Solo. So I completely took it apart today and reconnected everything that was loose, and so now it's working again.
You freaked out the cat.
But
Nice.
and that was a toy to us back then, right? That's what toys sounded like and looked
No lights,
like.
no electronics, just a noisy motor inside it.
And
Yeah, I
so
mean,
grabbed that.
Star
And,
Wars has always kind of been more, steampunk than high tech. And in the Star Wars universe, there's a lot of things that you can't do that can be done in the Star Trek universe. In terms of transmogrifying from ship to planet or whatever, and the way that they move through space and time and all of those things. I don't think they ever go back in time in a Star Wars movie or anything like that. They kind of follow physics, except for the fact
it's a space western, basically.
The most technological thing in Star Wars is the lightsaber.
Yeah. Well, and that's all Kurosawa influenced stuff there, right? So
huge.
Yeah, I mean the samurai western. Well, those were westerns as well. So, the whole history of filmmaking. So it's actually kind of fun that this came up tonight and it's fun that you guys came on, because I have not been on much the past couple of weeks because I've been promoting Chris Angeles, and then I have been. Like today, I was on LegalZoom drawing up the papers for my production company, because we're starting, I got 2 shows and a third that we're producing. And then a friend of mine and I are starting to look at producing music videos that then we would promote across my platform. So there's a ton going on. And I just brought in at least a part-time producer that's going to work on some equity, and another person to do some sales on sponsorships. Ooh, speaking of sponsorships, hey, hang on one second. Let's pay a bill. All right. Hang on a second. I would like to encourage everybody to go to the Car Hungers profile and become a sponsor for, I don't know, $500 a month. You guys want $500 a month? Somebody do $500 a month. But if you're going to do $500 a month,
awesome.
If you're going to do $500 a month, I will get the Car Hungers checking account number, and then you can send me the money, and trust me, I'll deposit it into their checking account for them.
Sure.
We can totally trust you, Rev.
If you're ever going to send more than $500, just call me, DM me. We'll get you a direct line to my bank account, because I guarantee you'll put more in there than there is in there now.
And you see, if he doesn't, if he tries to, if he tries to short us, we're gonna track him down.
Oh, I was reading the. I love it. I was reading the. Hold that for a second. I was reading the physics or something of the actual plasma. That would have to be like some kind of contained plasma, I think, is what what I understand the lightsaber would be. It's not actually a laser. It's a freaking walking tube of plasma. So I mean, I just
exactly. It's like I said, when you think about it, this is the most technological thing that Star Wars really brought into science fiction. Was a stick that can cut through things with light.
I know, and I mean, I want to see the blooper reels from Jedi training. The security cameras where the one kid just takes out his whole class because his left arm goes a little too far. Boom, 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 little heads popping off and all that kind of stuff. So
I didn't mean to do that.
Exactly. And in Star Trek, maybe they could reconfigure it, put it back together with the transporter. But Star Wars, nope, you're gone.
Well, of course, when we fight with these, it's there are some of the poses that we do, during the fights, and of course the most popular one is over the shoulder type thing, and that blade's right in front of your face. If this was real,
I mean
the amount of heat that would be radiating past.
I mean, that's why Darth Maul's face looked the way it did.
Could be,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, Palpatine, even.
But this is a much safer way to mimic that effect. But when we first started out doing a lot of this kind of stuff for people, we did non-lit blades. It was a cheaper thing to do, and it was just the paint job made it reflective. So when the stage lights hit it, it looked like it was light, but it wasn't. And we worked, and that was years and years ago, and then we worked our way up to making these. But
I know down at there's some guys from a podcast called The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe, and I know down at the Weta folks down there make some amazing props for people too.
We know some of the Weta guys. They're really amazing guys.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
You know, some of the builders, some of the makeup artists down there.
Especially the makeup artists.
Yeah.
One in particular.
Mm-hmm.
One in particular. But yeah, you know, and Weta did it within a really tight budget too. And that's when you think about it. The true test of a prop maker is how cheaply can they do something. I spoiled myself on my lightsaber because I wanted to, and it was a process that there we go. Thank you. It was a process that I had not, like we've been doing on a lot of the Stargate props, and that's if you look at the blue on this one, it's not a paint job. It's literally a diamond coat.
Yeah.
Anodized aluminum.
Yeah.
And it's taken so much abuse. We've thrown it around, but it's an expensive process. It's not cheap to do.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I wanted to spoil myself.
There will be a film festival Saturday night, but you're not invited now that you asked. Just kidding. Yeah, there will be a film festival, and it's Tuesday. I think we have some films lined up. Oh, I was going to pay a bill, so there we go. I still have to make a video for this, but I do want to take a moment. Oh, hold on. Nope, I can't do that. To let everybody know that Scooch cases. Can we see that? Can we see that? There we go.
Yeah.
Has so generously decided to sponsor our little program here, and I would like to. You got this little hook feature here to hold your phone, and you can't see me do it. Well, I can do it like this. Hold on. Wait a minute. Anyone? There we go. Like it. There. It stands up on its own. So it's actually a great little case. I got a review from a friend. I didn't think it was fair for me. Although I do like the case, I didn't think it was fair for me. The proprietor of the property here, who would desperately wants a sponsor, so could be inclined to say, "Oh yeah, this piece of shit is really nice," but no, it's nice. It's a great case, and I did have a friend that I let them have one, and they're very excited about it, and it's very lightweight. It's supposed to pass the 10-foot drop test, and it has that nice little handy built-in stand and grip, and it's a cute idea. Also, the company's out of Noblesville, Indiana. They've sold about 600,000 units, and it's American owned. I'm sure it's pressed somewhere, in Japan, or I'm sorry, in China, but it's an American owned company, and it's a small company, and I think they're doing a great job. And all the guys out there and men and women out there at Scooch, I appreciate you being a sponsor, and they also make little screen protectors, and they give us a bunch of stuff, so it was really fun. And this is something that now we'll just do some, what do they call it? We'll do a little bit of shop talk. This is a good time, car hungers, to find sponsors and stuff like this, because HAPS isn't doing anything about it. They're not saying anything about it. So, I had Chris Angeles as my first advertising partner. Darian Danjou we're gonna pitch his film Pony. Ooh, have you seen? Oh, you guys like horror movies? You like horror?
Yes, it depends on the film.
I like horror movies that actually have a plot. I don't like horror movies that are just let's kill everyone.
All over the place, yeah.
Well, this is a short. This is a short, but he also has a short that's kind of a futuristic-esque movie. It's called Pony. We'll have to have a Darian film night, but this guy is huge in sci-fi. And if you go to Google and you Google Pony and then Darion, Darion, Danjou, Danjou, that film was shot for lunch. And I mean, it looks like it was at least 50 grand to put that movie together.
Nice.
So Darion is the king down there in Atlanta of making incredibly cool movies on very extremely low budgets. Obviously, that's a lot of volunteers and stuff. But what have you guys been working on? Like, what's happening out there with movies and stuff like that? I've got quite a few friends now that are starting to get some work. You know, things are kind of starting to go into motion out there in Hollywood and other places. So Toronto
Well,
and Vancouver.
It's slow here in Toronto right now.
Our big problem is because we only recently got back to Toronto. We went back down to the bottom of the pile, so to speak. And what happened was COVID hit shortly after. So the work we were coming back for suddenly didn't exist. And
That sucks.
in order to handle the whole COVID thing, is instead of having like 30 people building a set over 4 days type thing, it's now 4 people building a set over a week or 2 or 3, and then the same people
Limited
over
crew
and over
size,
again
stuff like
because
that,
the COVID testing and et cetera, and they're going from set straight to home, being driven by transport, and so we weren't able to get into the select group of people that are getting the work. So our government has given us a small amount of money every month to be able to give us something to live on. It's not much, but it's something. And we've gone online, and we have our first online store, which is Car Hunger, CARR .ca.
Oh, I like
It's
it.
a whole, yeah, and we have to. It's been fun trying to figure out what customers will want out of us. So we're starting to focus on things like our fairy wings and wizard staffs, and we've got a HAPS section there, so HAPS magnets and wooden signs, and HAPS gave us permission to put those up there, so that's very happy. And we are talking with one of the schools right now to do a prop making course. Again, it's not a huge amount of money, but when it all adds up, when all these different things add up, it's fine. We think we're going to be just fine. We're going to live tight for a little while, but we're going to be fine. And we're going to basically let all this settle down, and then just let the prop masters know where we are, and not push as much, but focus on this store and get back into the convention circuit, which is something that we're missing immensely. Getting paid to show up at a convention, which is what we did before that we spent money on, to teach people or show people how to do things, has always been enjoyable.
Right. Well, what do you see? Where do you see the direction of the prop making world gonna go with green screen and all of this technology? As you said, you've got a need to have something physical in your hand. And I suppose that's not going to go away. Are they? Are these things that we're putting in the hands sometimes just? A lot of times they're just a placeholder, and then they're gonna put in whatever device they want there. Or what?
There have been a few productions where that's happened, and the ultimate result just isn't convincing enough. So I mean, we're talking HD and 4K, and now what is it, 6K, 8K?
8K, yeah. Somebody was just shooting 8K the other day.
Like we did a lot of stuff for Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events a few years ago back in BC. It was like a little short mini series, and there was some serious attention to detail and high quality and finishes and that sort of stuff in the hand props that were made for the show.
Whereas when we started in this industry, if you were working for TV, you could hold it at arm's length, and if it looked good, it was ready to go out. And if it was a movie, if it looked good, it had to look good, right up to your face. But now everything is going to look good right up to your face.
Oh, sure. Big Z, yo, what's up, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while.
just a few weeks ago, we were handed really, really expensive pistol props for Star Trek Discovery, and you know,
nice.
they wanted, you know, they spent a lot of money on an independent shop to have them done, because the shop has all the equipment that we don't anymore from the move across country, and
It's all, you know, engineered and machined
yeah,
aluminum. And
beautiful
plastics.
work,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely beautiful work. And they just wanted stunt dummies, but they weren't going to go back to that company to get the stunt dummies done because it'll cost them 3 times as much. So
Oh.
they blew the budget on a shop that has some machines we don't have, but they paid a reasonable price for us to create a mold and the stunt dummy so that they're not throwing around this hugely expensive prop. So
good.
we're still getting a lot of side trickle stuff, but we're just not we're not fighting for it right now, because the nature of COVID is just, you know, it changed everything so much. And we want to this time we want to make sure that we sit back and do, you know, do it right, and not just keep running in and bashing our head against walls. But there will always be props. You know, it's not going to disappear. And, you know, things like smoke, fire, you know, there are still a lot of effects that if you CG, it never looks right either.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if you want something to let the magic smoke out, you know, you want a prop maker to build something that they can blow up.
Yeah. Something they can blow up. Yes,
Yeah.
I like that. Let's see. Hang on.
But like
one
I
second.
said, you know, the cosplayers are picking up a lot of that slack for a lot of us too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't make their whole costumes anymore. A majority
Still
of
buy parts of it here and there, right?
yeah, a
The
majority of
cosplayers. Oh, they have
buy.
other people make them. You mean?
Quite often, yeah. I mean, there are
Yeah.
a lot of cosplayers that will make their entire costume from top to bottom. That's what
Sure.
That's where we started a few odd years ago.
Right.
But yeah, there's some that are like, well, I don't really have the skill set to make this pulse rifle or this wizard staff or whatever. So that's when they come to people like us and say, can you make this for me, and how much?
Like, we'll never charge them the same as we charge a production,
Sure.
but they have to wait, right? Like, we'll take a month or 2 to make something, whereas a production, you know, it's 3 days type thing. You know, the
Exactly.
turnaround is a lot longer for a cosplayer. So we don't mind. We actually really enjoy it, you know, making stuff for cosplayers like this, and you know, let them wait for it, you know, because then we can do other stuff in between if the offer comes, and you know, the next production comes along and we have to jump in and do something, you know, the cosplayer will wait.
Mhm.
So we don't mind charging them a lot less than we would for production, which seems to make them happy.
Well,
but,
Saw has a plot, says Ronald. Thanks,
Saw has a
Scooch
plot.
people. Thanks. You're not invited to my film festival either. You do 500 without the zeros. Very good.
There's
Jedi
zeros in there.
Sensei, I did invite you up if you want to come up.
On HAPS, we're doing a $5 sponsorship to be included in story time. So every month we're doing a story time. And part of that is to keep our brains on the writing challenge, because that's something that we've done in the past as well. And we've been kind of using HAPS as a way to keep that part of our brains going and see where that brings us. But yeah, so
that's
if you
good.
sponsor us for $5 or more, we write you into a story each month. And
I like that.
We did Lord of the Rings 2 months ago, and last month we did Irish folklore, and this month at the end of the month we're doing Star Wars.
That sounds fun. Oh, you don't have a webcam or a mic? No worries. Just letting you know. Shoot, what did I do with that? I don't understand you folks at Apple. If it's what is a recent document? Like, isn't the one I just did a recent document? But anyway, let's see. Is that the animated one or the? No, that's the full. Sorry, I'm looking for a little clip that I made, but doggone it, went from the phone to what? But so what's the web? Put the website address in the little chat area there, guys, for your store. Make sure you use HTTPS so it's clickable.
Have to have an S?
You might. That's a little. See if it works without it, but.
Oh, it would help if I spelled it right.
Spelled my name wrong.
I did, honey. I'm sorry. I still love you.
Uh,
Oh, Ron beat me to it by a second.
Yes, you definitely need to see if it has the.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he got it. Ron
S.
got it with the S. You got to use the S. It's a little
Apparently
quirk of the
so.
system on HAPS there for security.
Mine has a preview.
Here's a
out.
preview. Yeah, because
Neener,
yes,
neener,
that-
neener.
Good to know.
We're still putting more product up as we find it. We started the store with a lot of things that we did for someone else back in BC, and she was a convention vendor, so we did a lot of stuff for her, and a lot of that stuff came across the country with us. So we started the store with that stuff first, and then started putting other things up. We're right now redesigning Fairy Wings to be more user friendly, because that's the
Mhm.
hardest thing too with being a prop maker is you tend to build for yourself even if you're being hired, and you don't think about someone else changing the batters. You don't think about someone else fixing it. You don't think about you don't think of someone else doing things. So we're going to redesign the mechanical packs for our flapping wings and try to make it a little more user friendly, and see how many cosplayers out there want to purchase those, because we're it's a challenge. It's a whole new way of looking at things, and when you've been doing something like this for so long, the challenges are well received. They really keep
Mhm.
your brain going, and that's a very happy space for me. So, and we were thinking of trying to find a way to do D&D on HAPS.
Well, you guys, do that on your own time. I don't know what that's about.
D&D, come on, Dungeons and Dragons. It's like a
Yeah, I
major
know.
part of our identity.
Right?
I haven't played in
All right,
so
let's see.
long.
This is true, yeah.
It's been too long. I want to play again. I miss people. COVID,
Oh, no.
go
For
away.
people like
I'm
us,
telling you, if you're vaccinated, you have, I'm sure they're having just vaccinated orgies with the 1% right now. Anything you can do, with a vaccine, it's got to be happening. This whole roaring 20s thing, once everybody's vaccinated, they think it's going to all be it's a decade
Right.
of decadence and all of that. So
I just want to hug people. I'm thinking once everything's lifted here and people have got their shots and we're no longer in a lockdown, I'm planning on putting on one of my fairy costumes and go running around downtown Toronto just randomly hugging strangers.
Yep.
And
I like that. Yeah, other than real close family, I can't imagine not having hugged too many people at all.
It's tough. Yeah.
It's been basically you and I for 2 years now.
Oh, a year and a half for sure. Yeah.
We did 2 birthdays online for you. Last year it was on Periscope, and this year it was
That's
on
right.
HAPS.
So this was my second COVID birthday.
That was your second COVID birthday this year. That's right.
Hopefully we don't have that time.
That would be nice.
Oh, lovely. I like when that happens.
Open to the J&J, anything viral vector over mRNA.
I wonder why.
Introduce me to your new friends. Hi, Big Zed. I'm Christina, and this is
Yes,
Martin.
we say Big Z because we're Canadian.
Yes, we're Canadian, so we do say Zed. And we're prop makers and special skills actors, as well as professional cosplayers. And we've known Rev for a little bit now because of HAPS. We're finding more people on HAPS than we did on Periscope, which is really nice, because a lot of us were on Periscope, and then I didn't know any of these people existed. So it's really kind of cool having a whole new batch of friends with the same experiences when it comes to online communication. We've been Martin and I met in 1987 at a Doctor Who convention. And our company name and all our profile, like any social media, our profile is Car Hunger. because Carr is my last name, Hunger's his last name,
Mhm.
and every company name we wanted to register was already taken. So we
Hmm.
thought no one will have Carr Hunger. So we just by default became Carr Hunger Creative and then said fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's who we are. And we're from Toronto. We're in Ontario, Canada.
I see a comment there from a Brett Bowen, who's an old friend of ours in Pennsylvania. We haven't spoken to her in ages.
Darling, hi Brett.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you always. And also with you. Oh my God, Brett. I am subscribing right away. You're still using that image, are you? Nice. It's more akin to traditional vaccine. Cool. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well.
Sweetheart.
Okay.
Awesome.
Most village idiots are. It's really
Yeah.
great when you have a really nice village idiot because they're so willing.
Yep.
Right. Oh my God, Brett. Everyone say hello to Brett.
Hey, that's nice.
And if you haven't yet, people, go to Jay Forsyth's profile. Jay's hilarious. And wish him happy anniversary on his broadcast from this morning.
That's right.
Because his wedding anniversary somehow managed to wind up on May the 4th, and he's
His
a huge
25th,
geek.
yeah.
His 25th, his silver anniversary. And being a geek and having your wedding on May the 4th was a huge deal for him. Not so much for her.
I think
that's okay.
His wife shares the same sentiment, but
Yeah,
at
exactly.
least she's still with him.
That's true. She hasn't left him yet. So everyone, go before the day is up and go say happy anniversary to Jay Forsyth on his.
Nice.
25th is a biggie,
Mm-hmm. We remember ours.
Yeah, that was only 5 years ago. But yeah.
Are things getting? Are they starting to shoot stuff up there?
Slowly.
Yeah.
So,
Again, the crews are limited, and it's really there's a lot of safety protocols, a lot of screening going on,
daily tests.
daily tests and everything, and they're limiting the how big of a cast they can have at any given moment too.
Mhm.
So-
Yeah, I'm wondering with some of these films if they just live everybody together, and
Depends on the production whether they have a budget for that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
like
no.
I mean, on the side, we always did background work just because it's an easy thing to just literally hang around and get paid and be on set, and we always filled our gaps that way, and we're not now because again, they've gone from having 200 backgrounders in a crowd, and now it's like they're rewriting scenes, so there's maybe 5 backgrounders if you're lucky. So
Right.
it's a whole different world, and I'm secure in the fact that I feel like my career is going to continue no matter what. So I've just decided to just lay back a little, and the last 8 months we've been living off of Martin's inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have to overstress ourselves. We did 9 months now.
What was that
did
bank
8
account number, folks? I can live off of it too. So,
It's dwindling. It's dwindling.
We moved 8 times in 2 years. That's been a hell of a thing.
oh, that's a lot right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like criminal type thing. Honey, we got to go again. That's the old man
exactly.
out there. Got that FBI out there, them fellas.
Kind of IRA, kind of. Yeah.
Let me click on your link here for a second. You guys gonna have anything special for Halloween?
I'd like to get the Maleficent out again. If Halloween is even happening in
Mm-hmm.
in Toronto. Last year it really didn't. Last year we had my Monarch Fairy out, and this year though I'm hoping that the Monarch fundraiser goes ahead because they are on the endangered list, and if I can get my Monarch Fairy out for something else, then I'm going to get it out. I'm going to get Maleficent out for Halloween night, and now we're actually living on a street where there's trick-or-treaters, so it's nice being able to decorate things again and
Yeah.
do that kind of stuff.
Depending on how things go, we may actually have to work out another delivery shoot system. Two
Yeah.
Scoops. Hey, how are you?
Hey, Two But yeah, my Maleficent really works well. There's the big party in Toronto happens down in the gay neighborhood, and they close off the whole street. And
Hundreds of thousands of people gather. So
when they canceled
Well,
that
that's-
last year, it was upsetting. So suffice it to say, if they bring it up and going again this year, then yeah, I am putting on
be
those
there.
wings, and I'm getting my butt down there. When my wings are open, they're 14 feet across, so I always have to get a few friends to come with to make sure no one grabs them, breaks them, or ruins them. But
Oh, cool.
it's well worth the fun of being down there and posing for pictures, and it's always a great time. So we're hoping to be able to do that again this year.
Oh, that is nice. That is very nice. The, hang on, I'm just want to see if this one came through.
And then we'll be back to
I tried loading some like stuff that I just made on iMovie, and it wouldn't load
I
the
see
image,
that,
and it just doesn't surprise me with Apple. So I'm going to see if DaVinci pulls it through here, because I've been having fun with my iPhone 12.
You have to don't save it at the highest resolution. Save it at 720. And on some of them, I've had to open them with QuickTime and get QuickTime to resave it, because something within the iMovie programming tends to fight with some of the HAPS programming.
Yeah, let me see if this is just a few seconds. I just want to see what this looks like.
Okay.
A little bit of love goes a long, long way. A little bit of love goes a long, long way. Sufi, Yucatan, baby got a perfect tan. Everybody wanna be, so baby got no peace. I had enough. Hold on, one more ride. It's just how I feel inside.
Man, that's fun.
Nice.
That's
The,
cool. That's a nice setup.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's just so easy. Like, if there are any filmmakers out there, young filmmakers, potential filmmakers, I just urge you to download DaVinci Resolve 17. It's 100% free. It is as good as I've never gotten that deep into the After Effects stuff and stuff, Ronald. That's literally just a little QuickTime or iMovie, little cartoonish thing there. But I'm
Are you
looking
planning
for.
on not using that as your opening?
Well, that's just a. It was just a test run. I wanted to see what the because I shot that on 4K 60, and I wanted to see then once I slowed that down in DaVinci, what it would look like that way. So yeah, it was just a test. But yeah, I'm going to do something for this show that probably is something similar to that. But I like the big, this it's DaVinci Resolve. It's a video editing program. But I mean this thing right here is just an amazing tool for being able to do filmmaking and stuff. I mean, other than not having detachable lenses and stuff, as far as the sensor and everything, these things are absolutely amazing. So you can shoot.
Yeah, our opening is basically it's one I was using for a couple other things, but I'm thinking of redoing it because the hardest thing about the way I did it was our history, how far back it goes.
Mhm.
Having to pick between images and video clips, and just it wound up being just it was really hard. It took me forever trying to decide which ones to put in.
Mm-hmm.
So I did as a really fast-paced kind of adventure movie type feel and clips and stuff. So it was interesting.
Yeah, I'm also been looking at these prepackaged motion graphics stuff out there that you can get fairly cheap. So we maybe do something like that as well. But you are saying that you don't like the most recent Star Wars films? I mean, I don't know, like Big Z, like
I
movies
didn't
are,
like the,
they're fun. I mean, I think they're fun. That's what they're supposed to be.
I didn't like the Han Solo one, but I think that's partially because I just, for the rest of my
Han
life,
Solo
I will
is
always
Harrison
have
Ford.
a crush on Harrison Ford. So,
Sure.
someone else trying to pretend to be him just
Even the young him.
didn't,
right?
yeah, didn't sit right with me. Just no. Could be.
I mean, there were good and bad parts to all the new. The
Yeah, it was.
The animated stuff's great.
I like Rogue One. Everyone dies.
My dad took me to see Star Wars. Must have been the first weekend. I think it opened at Mann's in there was an early screening in Times Square, and so my dad saw it there, and then he came back because we were moving to New York. But I think I saw it. I saw it the not opening weekend because nobody really knew what was going on opening weekend. But it was the next weekend that there were these massive lines, and it took us like 3 hours to get tickets. And my dad bought tickets for the 1 o'clock show or whatever. And then he's like, and then I'll take tickets for the 5 o'clock show, in the same theater. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? First of all, you don't even take me to the movies ever, because I'm like 11 or 12 or something. And then we're going to see the same movie twice. He's like, trust me, you'll want to sit in your seat. And that was the coolest thing because everybody else walked out and we just stayed right there because he'd already seen it. Nobody, anybody else there hadn't seen it yet because he'd seen it in New York the week before. So,
Right. I remember, we used to line up. We used to camp out to buy tickets.
Oh yeah, well when I was for the first one, they would have little Bobby Smith on there. Oh, I've seen Star Wars 172 times. That was definitely a thing.
So I'm spoiled.
Recorded on HBO via VHS days.
What is up, Peter Bittner?
Peter.
Hey, Peter. Oh, it's rare you get Peter cornered. Hold on, somebody lock him in. What's up, buddy?
Peter.
I haven't seen you for a while.
Hey,
Nice to
Peter,
see
what are you
you.
going to be for the Star Wars story time? Do you want to be a Jedi? Wookiee's already
What-
taken.
What are you doing?
We always include Peter and Pablo in each and every story time.
Oh, nice. Very nice. I'm here. Happy to be a Jedi.
All right, Jedi.
Jedi it is, Peter. Let's see, the Irish folklore, both him and Pablo were werewolves,
That's right.
and we made them brothers because we wanted to. And on the Lord of the Rings, they were Ents. We made them into Ents.
I'm a Sith at heart. I kind of think I'd like to be like a rogue Jedi that goes off on their own,
There were a few
hangs
of
out.
those over the years.
Well, technically, that makes them rebels.
I would go out on my hero's journey. Thank you, Peter. I've been having a lot of fun with the green screen. What is that movie right behind me? It'll come back to me. Don't you forget about me. Breakfast Club.
Don't.
There's only one Jedi spot.
Oh, don't worry. Peter's special.
Well, this was a fun impromptu little get together. So we need to do the geek roundtable. That would be good on a Friday night.
Yes.
And we should have Peter there, and Pablo could be there too. They're really geeky. Mark could be there, and some of our nerdy Star Wars friends. So I know I've got. Why don't we'll chat. You guys have IG? Do you use IG chat?
Yes, I have used the
Yeah.
chat.
At RevMac Live. If you're not following me, follow me at RevMac Live, and we can chat and we'll set up a date.
Big Z, John Hughes is a legend. Yeah, some amazing films back in the.
Oh yeah,
80s.
Chris Columbus lives in Chicago. I mean, he's got a place in LA, I'm sure, but I used to run into him at the grocery store all the time when I lived in Oak Park, because he lives in River Forest. And he had these really cool bomber jackets, and it said 1492 Productions on it, and it was like burned on there, you know, like under the leather. It was like really neat.
Nice.
Got him.
Done.
Awesome. All right, good. Well, we'll plan something. That'll be fun. We can, let's talk about it. I think we could have a lot of fun. I think there's, with all of the stuff that I've been doing lately, the core stuff that I like doing and that people like doing, because I get people asking me, like, we want to learn some shit too, science and educational stuff. So always, can learn stuff about filmmaking and what you guys are doing and all that. So we'll set up a fun little geek time for us on a Friday night. And 1980s Midwest Teenage Angst was legit. Yeah, it was. If Ali Sheedy and Molly Ringwald would like to go back in time and meet my 18-year-old self, I'd like to take you out on a date.
Yeah. It was 1987 you and I met.
Yeah.
So
I was just out of high school and you were just finishing.
I was just about to graduate, yeah. Yeah.
What year did you graduate, Martin?
I graduated in 85, and then I had 1 year of college, and then gave up on college because it wasn't teaching me anything. And then, just getting into the sci-fi fandom and everything and going to conventions, and that's when I met Christina. And she was just finishing her final year of high school at that time.
Yeah, 1988 for me.
Oh, yeah, I graduated in 84. A whole long time ago. But wow, great. This is fun. Now I know all I need to do is just put iconic movie pictures on in the background and people will show up. So that's good. Ooh, I could put pictures of money. I wonder who will show up. I like that. Pictures of money. Peter showed up. Maybe, pictures of money. I like that.
Peter, I think he's trying to hint.
Oh, Martin, happy belated birthday, says Brett Bowen.
Yeah.
And we will be back tomorrow night with Olivia Ty, everybody. Olivia Ty is going to be here, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do some music and have a good time. And then Thursday and Friday, there'll be people coming up too. We actually have somebody doing some part-time producing for us. So we're excited. And yeah, folks, say hi. Let's chat. And, let's chat other times. And, we need, you guys are in Toronto. We're not that far apart. We need some of these regional HAPS get-togethers to start to happen as everybody gets vaccinated. And then once HAPS ponies up the cash for all of us going out to LA and hanging out, just saying, when you get that Series B or Series A or whatever round of funding you're on, grab another 500,000 so we can all travel the world together for a while. And that would be fun. The HAPS tour. HAPS Live.
Well, Peter got his HAPS sign today in the mail, so he's all set and ready.
He's got his HAPS sign?
Yep. Yeah, his wooden
let's see. Do you got one? Let's see. What do you got? Do you have one
well,
handy?
We've got our sample one.
Our
that's our sample one.
There. That's laser cut on our small home laser here.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And then for customers, we'll do their HAPS ID on the bottom of it, right?
What are you selling that for?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it was 10? 10 or 15?
10 regular, 12 with the logo? Or
yeah, something like that. It's somewhere around 10 or 15.
That's it? What is it on? Is it on, wood?
It's Masonite.
Masonite.
Yep.
Well, then I need one.
Drop by carhunger.ca and take a look.
All right. I can just order it right there?
You order it right there? Yeah, we have a HAPS section. And we do things like that. We also have,
that's cool. All right, let me scroll back. Scrolling. But I might as well get the, I got you on the blower here. Let's see. HAPS. Oh, look at that. Ooh. What is this 3D one with the red and everything? That's cool.
Yeah, it's a magnet.
That is a magnet. Haps wood sign. Haps wood sign with Haps ID. Ah. Are those?
And then, of course, because by special request, because people asked us to, it's not that kind of broadcast pins.
Because that became a thing on
Periscope.
Periscope when we were building lightsabers. That Christina was sanding one of the blades, and it was very suggestive action. So,
Oh, sure. That's how I sand my blade every evening.
But that became our slogan. You know, anytime any kind of innuendo pops up, we're like,
we're not that kind of broadcast. Mm-mm.
Gotcha. All right, let's see. Shipping. This is not a gift. Let's see.
Ah! Did you just trigger your lightsaber into my back?
No, I just triggered it into the yoga ball seat.
It's always fun to open one of those up into somebody. Let's see. Am I on the right one?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, where do I put in my handle? Probably in there somewhere.
Yeah, basically, send us a message.
Yeah,
I
you'll
think
know,
that's how we
right?
set it up,
It's just
is-
at
is-
RevMac Live. I only want one though.
Yeah.
Sure.
We need to add that as an option when they're. What would you like? on your-
We're still learning how to do the online store thing.
We
It's
are.
Yeah,
it's-
you just need to add a little text box so that you can put in your handle.
okay.
So like
Yeah.
it's at Peter, mine's at RevMac Live, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
oh, you know what we should do too? Let's see. That's right.
Yeah, it's Canadian pricing, so it winds up being something like 15 or 17 or whatever for Americans.
Oh, geez, if it's Canadian pricing, it's going to cost me like $300. Shit.
The opposite,
Quite
dude. The opposite.
Is it the opposite? I get it for free. You owe me money.
Thanks for
That's how good the
reminding
dollar
us.
is right
Yeah. Oh, there. The
Last-
Canadian Post, huh? Yeah, that'll get here. Let's see. Take it by
We
Mountie.
received his in about a week, so that wasn't bad.
Cool. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, and you have a choice. Because Ronald there helped us out, we figured out how to attach the PayPal thing, I think.
So you
Yeah.
can
Oh
pay
yeah, you
either
do
with,
have PayPal up there. I think though my cash is in my Cayman's Island account. Haha.
Oh,
You know,
One of those two.
yes, Muffy and I, we've got all
One.
that extra cash.
Only
in the
one,
Caymans.
yeah.
But I think I have. Do I have? I hope I should have money in my. Ooh, I have money in my Venmo. Let me transfer that over to my Cash App. And anybody wants to Cash App me, it's just Revolution M. Cash App away. Daddy
Yeah,
needs
there
a new
should be
pair of
like a
shoes,
little
as they
notes
say.
section or something.
maybe it was after you enter your address and you continue further. You can enter all that information.
Yeah. I'll let Ron do it because Ron's good at that. If you use Apple Pay, you'll pay a conversion fee. If out of
outside
Canada. Really, Ronald? Okay. Yeah, Ronald's been our tester and outside eyes.
Yeah.
We've been doing
He's helped us track down a lot of glitches on the webpage and
Oh, good.
solve it.
because he's in Hawaii. His time zones are different though, so we're like working on the page with him from 11 o'clock at night to like 3,
Till
4
3 in the
o'clock
morning, and it's mid-afternoon for him, right?
Martin and I are falling asleep at this end while he's like lively and awake at that end. It's been hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, if you use the credit card option, interesting.
So it sounds like PayPal is usually the best for U.S.
For
customers.
US,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, there's an order.
Yay!
That should pop up on our devices.
And just remember, it's at RevMac Live for my, and don't do at Peter, you know.
Yeah.
Much as I like Peter, I don't really want that.
Yeah.
Yay! So in the morning we get the laser cutter up and going. Well, after we clear up.
After clear a bit of space. And
Yeah.
stuff,
Oh, sorry, Ronald. I just used my Cash App because I have a debit card through them and PayPal at like 12 different ways I have to get my cash in there. So, but yeah, all right. Well, that was fun, and I will look forward to getting that in the post. That'll be fun, and we can get some other folks, to order those. And I guess this is kind of like,
Thanks, Rev.
a religious holiday for you guys. So, Mahayam or whatever there, I mean,
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Yes, indeed. And
It's almost
420
been-
was
good
my
birdie. It's Cinco de
religious
Mayo.
holiday.
Quick, get the Stevases.
Well, thank you so much. We really
Well, thank you for
appreciate it.
coming. That was fun. I was just gonna, show some clips of pornography or something, and thank goodness you guys decided to show up because Peter would not have been happy.
I can't really get everyone to hate us.
The pornography.
Yeah, right. Fuck, there was pornography involved. It's now Revenge of the Fifth. Now, ooh,
Yes.
Revenge of the Fifth. But then you're competing with
Yep.
Cinco de
After May the
Mayo,
4th
and
is always
it's going to be out of control. It's going to be off the
Well, I thought it
chain.
was Revenge of the 6th. Right. May the 4th, Cinco de Mayo, and then Revenge of the 6th. Yeah. Because 6th sounds like Sith.
I can't keep track
Or
anymore.
Fifth
I just
sounds
can't
like
keep track.
Sith as well. There's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
So we're gonna head out. We're gonna go for a walk.
Yep.
Because
Have
we've
fun.
been inside all day, and we're gonna
We
stay
have
dressed.
we have I have lots of new friends in Toronto, so I definitely want to do we should do a Jazz Fest thing or something, when everybody's allowed to do it again. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Fantastic, guys. You take care.
You
You
too.
too.
All right,
Thanks
nice
a
to
lot.
see you, Car Hungers. All right, everybody. As the Car Hungers depart the station, I do want to say that I have been miniaturized. See, here we go. Yeah. Revenge of the Sixth is better. Just remove the X. There you go. And thank you all for joining me tomorrow night. We have the legendary Olivia Ty. That is going to be just a blast and a half. It's going to be a good time. And I will see all of you tomorrow. Everybody take care. Peace be with you. Hey, Cary Grant. Love you, buddy. And namaste.